Today, man, I'm going to be breaking down to you guys one of the most toxic running schemes that you can be running right now in college football 26. So the playbook that we're going to be in is the NC State playbook. If you guys like to run the ball, then you guys are going to like this playbook a whole lot. Some of the things that we're going to be looking at in this playbook, it's a bunch of their two-back sets, all these splits and these slots and all that stuff. We're going to be looking at a lot of those, even some jumbo packages with 3 tight ends like wing tight, a whole bunch of stuff. None of this is complicated. I'm going to break this down in a very simple way, and you guys will have a very effective running game running this playbook. Now, I will say we are not going to go over the passing forms in this playbook. We're going to briefly touch up on it. The only reason why is because typically when I run this playbook, I like to run the wide trips a whole lot, and I want to save that for a completely separate video because when I talk about wide trips, I want to do it in a whole video because I want to break down a lot of route combos that you guys could do out of it. So I'm going to save that for a separate video. But do not worry, that video is going to be coming very soon, probably in the next couple days. So stay tuned for that. If you're not sub up. We're going to be doing a lot more breakdowns just like this. But for all you guys, man, that want to run this ball and just make people angry, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So a little brief breakdown on the formations we will be looking at. The very first one, split Y offset. Second one, split twins. Split pro far. We won't look at split pro near, but we will look at slot F wing and then wing tight Z. These are all the formations we're going to take a look at out of the gun. There is also something we'll take a look at out of the pistol wing slot. I don't touch up on the wildcat. I'm not a wildcatter. And a lot of these plays that we're going to go over in here, these plays have other plays that are going to work off each other. You'll run one play to sell a whole nother play. You guys will see what I'm talking about, and it's really what makes this scheme just so toxic. So for the first formation we're going to start out in the split pro far. The reason why we're not going right down the line is because I want to give you guys the juiciest stuff first, and really kind of how I go about calling a game. When I call a game, I come out in the split pro far. This is the first formation I come out in, and the reason why is because this play right here on the far left, you guys can't see it. I'll move my face scan. It's the RPO read F slide, arguably one of the greatest plays in the game. And the reason why this play is so good, it's a very simple play, okay? You got 2 backs in the backfield, one right next to the quarterback, one, it's kind of a fullback. I actually should have probably subbed in a real running back for this, but it's all right. And really, it's there's multiple things that you could do here. One, the first thing you could do is hand it right off to the running back like a normal run play. Typically, this is usually never the actual outcome of what happens here. The second outcome you could do is you actually have to read the defensive end. You could actually keep this with the quarterback. And then the very last result you could do with this is you could actually pass it to the guy right there on the slide. Now, right there, you can see I think I had the AI come out of man coverage. The reason why this play is so good is because typically when you come out in formations like this, right, the defense is usually going to come out in some type of cover zero man type look, because that's just typically what happens. You know, you want to come out something where you're blitzing multiple people because you know they're going to run the ball out of these formations, and they just want to make it to where they don't have to make a whole lot of adjustments. So if you can catch them in a cover zero look against this, the guy on the little slide right here, it's pretty much free money. Now, obviously, I'm going against the AI in practice. The AI is going to play it perfectly, but a real human, I'm telling you, because usually what happens is they're using one of the people that are supposed to be on the slide, and it pretty much just messes the whole thing up. So I like to open up the game with this because this play just pops. Make sure when you have the guy running this slide right here, make it somebody with a little bit of speed. Like I said, I have an actual fullback in. I should really probably put a running back in, but you can see right there the defensive end just kind of bit. I'm going to see if I can get him to do it again. And you can just take it with the quarterback. And if you got a quarterback, this guy doesn't have any speed. If you get a quarterback with some speed, that's a house call. Now, staying in this same formation, the next play we're going to look at is only a couple plays in the formation we're going to look at. It's going to be the play to the far left, the read option. And I know it looks like a very just a normal read option, but it's not. And the reason why is because before, right, in this formation, the fullback comes over and he slides for the RPO. On this play, he's actually going to lead block, and he's going to actually lead block really good. So you can either hand it off or keep it with the quarterback. And the fullback, you can see, like, he actually gets in there, and he's going to, like, it's almost like a little mini I-form in a way. Like, look at him. He's getting out there, and he's throwing you a real block. It's a very good handoff. And then don't forget, if that defensive end bites, boom, you're taking off with the quarterback. So it's another really good run play, and it's something that kind of works off because they might see you come out in this formation. They're expecting, waiting for that guy to slide. Well, now you're going the hole all the way to the right with the lead blocker. It's a good play. The very last play that we're going to look at in this formation is going to be the play in the very middle, the counter Y. Now, I'm not a big counter guy, but if you came out in this formation a couple times, you've ran the slide, you've ran the read option, you've kind of sold a couple things, you can mix in a little counter. Now, when the counter is blocked up correctly, like you see right there, which I threw it in here because I'm not a big counter guy, but they do actually block on this counter pretty nicely. Like if they actually do seal the edge and stuff and, you know, create a little lane for you, it's not a bad run. But this is something you're only bringing out once you've ran the slide, once you've ran the read option, you've sold a couple things where you can hit them with that little backdoor type counter. It's not a bad play. Now we're going to head over to the first formation in this playbook, the split Y offset. This has some really good stuff that each play kind of works off each other. And the very first one we're going to look at is the play over here to the far left, motion RPO zone. So it's kind of similar to the play we talked about, the last formation, where you could either hand it off or you got a running back coming in motion. You can kind of pass it to him. Except there's also another, you know, you could throw an RPO here, like you can see to the receiver. Now, typically, I actually like to kind of put him on a streak, and if you're actually, when you're walking up to the line, if you audible it fast enough, you can actually put him on a normal streak, not the little fade streak. It's just putting you on a little game, or you can put him on a slant. It's up to you. I like to put a streak just in case they do something stupid or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. The running back will come in motion. You can either hand it off or you can throw it to him right there in the flat. It's a really good play. Now, the best part about once you've run that play, you've opened up a door to a whole bunch of new plays. The next play we'll look at is this play in the very middle, motion cross screen. I have to say, man, screen plays are very good in this game. There's a couple other screen plays we're going to talk about in this video, but you can see why this one's so good. The same way that running back had motioned over to play before, it's going to look the same way. And this time, you could either throw it to him again, or you're going to have everybody on the left pulling for this screen. So it'll look a little something like this. They all kind of got jammed up a little bit right there, but when they actually try to run it again, see if these guys can actually get out there. I'm not actually sure what happened, how they didn't get it. That time they got out there, and as you can see, you got a ton of blockers, and it's going to get set up because let's say you threw that little flat before. Now maybe he's trying to get out there with his user to play it, and then, oh, now you got the screen, and like I said, you could still throw the motion. Like, let's say he sees the screen, like, oh, shoot, no, let me get out there and play the screen. You got the motion, so it's a really good play. I like running this in the red zone a lot. Next play we'll look at in this formation is going to be the play to the far right, motion triple option. And you can see how all these plays kind of work off each other. What's going to happen on this play is the running back that's motioned every single time, he's going to motion to the flat, but this time it's a triple option play. So how it works is you could either hand it off normally to the back like a normal handoff. You'll see it'll work just like this. Could be a normal handoff. That part of it's not bad, but you're really looking for the triple option on here. You're reading the DN. It doesn't matter what the DN does. You see how the DN's still there? Like he didn't bite for the quarterback. You could still pitch it to the running back. Now that safety right there was on it still, and he was kind of ready for it, but you can still pitch to the back. Now it's one of those things where I'm trying to see if I can get the DN to bite, but he's not biting. Finally, he bites. Now you see, boom, he's worried about the running back on the triple option. Take off with the quarterback. So it's another really good play, and it's sold by, once again, the running back kind of moving over in motion and just, you know, pretty much selling that whole thing. And if you get a running back with a little bit of speed, you can see you can still kind of get out there. The very last play that we're going to look at in this formation is going to be the play to the far right, triple option lead left tackle. Now the reason why we throw this play in here is because every single play we've kind of ran has went to that right side of the field. From where the running back motion, and we threw it to the flat. So when we did the triple option, obviously the screen went to the left, but this is just a good way to throw it off. You see them having a lot of the leverage on that right side to wherever all the action's been going. You can switch it around and just have a triple option to the left, and it works the same way. Even though, look, that DN did not bite, doesn't matter. We can still pitch it to the running back on the triple option. That only matters if you're trying to, I even still got the triple option off while being tackled. The DN only matters if you're trying to keep it with the quarterback and run with him. The triple option part matters for that extra guy right there that's hitting the quarterback. So a lot of times on these, just, you know, depending on how the DN plays, it just determines how fast you're going to pitch this ball out. Like right here, I could still pitch that thing out late. These triple options are deadly. The next formation we're going to go over and look at is the split twins. This one's also got some triple option stuff, some normal handoff stuff. The first play that we're going to look at in this is going to be the play in the very middle, triple option. I like the triple option out of this one a whole lot because a lot of the action is kind of to the left side of the field. So it's like, it kind of throws them off a little bit because it's like, boom, you're going to go to the right side of the field where there's really nobody you can see. So it's just bang right there. The corner kind of, play the triple option right there. I should actually just kept running with the quarterback, but you can see the potential with it. It's good to maybe run it once. Once you try to run it again, they're going to try to key in on it. Another play I really like out of this formation is to play in the very middle, halfback off tackle. There's not really any gimmicks or anything with this. It's just a straight up handoff, and then your extra back that's in the backfield is just gonna lead block for you. Like, just, nothing special with it. Just hand it off and pretty much just go make a play. It's another really good run play I like. There's two more plays I like in this formation. One of them is actually going to be a pass play, but the last run play in this is going to be the speed option right there in the middle. This play kind of works off some of the stuff we did, because remember when we ran the triple option out of this, we ran it to the right side over where the tight end's at. So let's say we come out in this, we ran the triple option to the right, we ran the off tackle play to the right, everything's went to the tight end side. Now we kind of throw them off and we actually hit them with a little speed option. I think this is actually the first speed option we even talked about in this video. There's going to be a couple other speed options we do talk about, but it's just a little good change of pace. It's one of those things we talked about where if you see all that leverage to that side, hit them with something to the opposite side. And all these plays, by the way, we're talking about, make sure you're putting these in all of your audibles for every single formation, just so when you get to the line, you have all this material to work with. Every single play that we're talking about. Very last play that we're going to look at in this split twins formation is actually going to be a pass play to the far right, PAY out. So I like mixing in this play when they're coming out in a cover zero man look. I'll typically, like, if I notice it, I'll be like, okay, cool. Play action, and typically you'll have this tight end here in the corner out. Quarterback didn't throw the best throw, but tight end went up and made a good play. That's when I like check it to when they're really getting aggressive and you're going to have it. Play action, fool them, and then bang, just go ahead and hit him right there for the easy completion. I forgot to also mention, I do also like to stem route the corner route down a little bit just so we can run his route a little bit faster. Now, like I said, we're not going to look at the split pro near. There's really nothing in it that I like. The RPO read F slide isn't bad, but it's like I would rather just run the one out of the split pro far. So just don't worry about the split pro near. So the very last two back set we're going to look at is slot F wing. After this, the things we're going to look at are couple multiple tight end sets. It's only two formations. We're kind of getting to the end of this thing. But the slot F wing is one of my favorite ones. It's got some of my favorite run plays in here. The first thing that we're going to look at, play to the far left, the halfback dive. This is a really good run. So there's multiple ways I like to sell this play. The first one, it's pretty simple. Just straight up hit A, and you're just following your lead blocker. It's actually a really good run. You'd be surprised for something this basic. It's just the lead blocker really gets after. You can see the DN's kind of biting in, but if he's biting in like that, we got something to work off that. We'll get to that in the next couple plays, but we'll talking about how he's biting in like that. One other way I like to kind of sell it is I actually like to motion receiver over to the right, make it look like we're going to kind of go to the right, but the whole time we're just handing it off, but it also does create a little bit of a lane to the right, so it just kind of, adds another layer of where you can go with the ball and stuff. So the next play we're going to look at is the speed option. It's the play right there in the middle. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a speed option. You'll just run out to the right with it and you make the right read. It goes down there, plays the quarterback, you pitch it out to the running back. And the cool thing about these speed options is too, you can run them to the opposite side. So if I want to, I can run it to this left side like this, and I could take off with the quarterback. This quarterback is like 70-some speed, so he's not that fast, but you just got to be very careful if you try to pitch it. Like right there, you can see I could get the pitch off. If you're going to do it when you flip the play like that, don't run with your quarterback all the way to the sideline. So don't do this. So don't run all the way like this and then try to pitch it. If you're going to do it, you have to kind of run inside and then pull it off. So like this. So I'll go kind of inside like this, and then pull it off like that. But yeah, the speed option is another really good play. And once again, you can kind of also motion the receiver over, have a little, kind of like almost another little lead blocker right there. It actually works really good when you motion receiver over. And then the very last run play we're going to look at in this formation is the play to the far left, the halfback toss. Halfback tosses are pretty good. If you played this game, you should probably know this from College Football 25. And yeah, it's just a little toss. You got some lead pullers right there. Sometimes they pull, sometimes they don't. That time they didn't, but when they do pull, it does work really well. I don't know what's going on right there. I don't know if the lineman on the Delaware team is just not that good of an overall to pull, but if you got a decent enough lineman, usually it'll He'll actually pull. Even with him not pulling, you can see it still works out pretty good. And this is another formation as well, where you can run some type of little quick play action pass. If you see they're biting down, the play to the far right, PA flood. If you see them coming out to some man coverage, cover 0, stem right the corner route down, hit them with the little play. We didn't even finish the play action. See if I can maybe try to finish the play action this time. No, he is not going to let us. So what we can do is we could actually just eliminate the play action like that, and then you can see tight end's wide open. Quarterback missed. All right, so that's pretty much it for all the split stuff that we talked about. Now we're going to be looking at 2 more formations. It's going to be the wing tight Z. It's actually a 3 tight end set, and then we'll look at the pistol wing slot. But let's start off with this wing tight Z because it's a very good formation. So the very first play that we're going to look at out of this formation is going to be the inside zone, the play to the far right. And you're probably thinking, okay, this is a pretty basic play. It's just inside zone. You got 3 tight ends, a lot of bodies. When I come out in this formation, I like to run this play first out of anything we run out of this because like I said, it's all about setting things up. Because when you look at this inside zone, it goes to the right? Even though you can see majority of your tight ends are kind of lined up to the left, and it goes to the right, and it's like, okay, cool. It kind of might throw them off a little bit, and it's not a bad run either. Like, you could actually get some pretty good yards out of it. But then where we're really going to catch them is when we run this zone option right here. And as you can see, the zone option goes the complete opposite way. It goes to the left where all the tight ends are at. And it's a very good play. I like it a whole lot in the red zone right there. I should have actually kept it with the quarterback, made the wrong read, but it's basically a speed option. You can see you can keep it with the quarterback, and a lot of times, even what you can do is sometimes, if you're at that 1 yard line, just take it with the quarterback, go right up the middle, dolphin dive, and go get that first down. And this is another play too where you kind of, if you want to, switch it to the right like this and just kind of treat it almost as a designed quarterback run. As you can see, a lot of times there's a lot of capability of just taking this thing right up the middle. And the very last run play we're going to look at in this formation is going to be the play to the very far right, the duo. Duos are really good. It's just basically like another inside handoff, kind of just hand it off right up the middle. It's another one I like a whole lot. You just need your line to kind of block on it. Make sure you're not holding turbo till you get past the line. So like, don't hold turbo. The DN just kind of blew that up. Try to show an example when to hit it. Hold turbo once you get past the line. Once you clear that whole line, then hold turbo. Because if you hold it behind the line, they're just going to get off the block a lot faster. So the very last formation we're going to look at is in pistol. It's going to be pistol wing slot. And it's really only kind of one play we're going to look at. It's the play right there in the middle, halfback stretch. But it is a very good run. It's just, it's just what it is. It's a halfback stretch. It's a good run. Sometimes if you see all their levers is to the right, you can kind of flip it, run this thing to the left, catch them off guard a little bit. I'm not sure what that guy was doing right there. Hold on. He's like holding a contain. Look at that. That was like really weird. See, at that time they locked on and blocked him, but yeah, that was kind of weird. But yeah, just a little nice little halfback stretch. But there you go, man. That's pretty much how I like to run this NC State playbook. Like I said, I know we didn't talk about a lot of the passing forms and stuff. I will say when I do like to pass it, I typically comes out in the wide trips weak side. A couple plays I like to run is the play to the far left right there, the mesh. Really good play. I like to run the PA shot go. A good little red zone play. GL fork zig is a really good one. But like I said, I'm going to give you guys a whole breakdown of wide trips in a video itself because there's going to be a lot to talk about with it. That's going to be coming out very soon. But if you guys do have any questions, man, about this playbook or just any of these plays in general, you guys can comment them down below. If you guys also did enjoy this video, man, drop a like. And if you're not subbed to the channel, sub to the channel, man. Lots of more content like this on the way. But till next time, man, I'll see y'all boys in the next one.